Now I've got a drill for you today that is going to slash your handicap in half and slash your scores. It's all around keeping that relationship in this turn absolutely correctly. And I've got an exact measurement for you to use to set up a drill so you know if you're doing it correctly, because that's the biggest thing, isn't it? Knowing you're doing the drill correctly. I'm going to show you this measurement with your driver and with your irons. Now, why I'm saying this is going to slash your scores literally in half is because simply, myself, I've dropped 2 or 3 shots just by doing this. Clients that I teach virtually, clients that I teach in person at Mottram Hall, have all kept their relationship to the ball better, and the confidence they then had in their swing went through the roof. And we all know golf is such a confidence-based game. If you've got confidence, you can play good golf. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to break the motion down and then give you that exact measurement of how to set up the drill for your driver and for your irons. But what I'm referring to here, and if you watch me here, I'm just going to place this club across my chest, and this is not something you've seen before because no one's given you an exact measurement before. This is the time to start playing good golf for next year. So what I want you to do is we want to start off, if we think about our relationship to the ball at address, nice and athletic. And whatever that means to you, try and feel we're a little bit more over the ball than you're used to. I tend to see golfers stand a little bit too upright, and then we're already on the back foot there. Now, through this motion, I'm just going to break this down into what actually happens. In the golf swing, in the backswing, we have an element of this, okay? You might not know this, but you have an element of this. So essentially, your left shoulder getting closer towards your left hip. You also have an element of rotation across, okay? Now, if you think about this logically, if we just had rotation across, our shoulder plane would be quite flat. If we just rotated like this, we would just tip, and neither of them isolated on their own are good for our golf swing. But what we're looking for is an element of them both. Now, if you watch me here, as I was rotating across, I was tipping down. Now, when I told this to my students, they were like, scratch the head moment, how do I get that? Well, that's where this measurement came into account. So grab whatever club you really want to do it with, really, but the important point is you do it in this order. So I've got 2 golf balls out here. This inside one, I'm going to stand to it as if I'm going to hit the shot. So I'm going to stand that there as if I was hitting a 7-iron, 150 over water, stand to it as good as I could, right? I then grab the other golf ball and I place it roughly a club head outside, okay? And really try and get it where it's sitting perfectly in line. So you can see this on player cam, I've got the ball position, and then measuring it a club head outside, okay? Then you can then place your club across your chest. The beauty of this is you can do reps and then just hit it straight away. Now, you already have realized in the golf swing we need an element of this and this. This does it automatically. So let me just get reset to that golf ball because it's very important we're set up to that inside one perfectly. That's my setup, club across the chest, and it's really important we actually get that dialed in. Now, what I'm trying to do here is, don't move your feet, I'm trying to keep my feet in there at the minute, get this end of the club to point at the outside golf ball. Now, this is why I'm saying you've got an exact measurement and you know if you're doing it right, okay? Because now look, that's where I go. So I've now got an element of the side bend, or shoulder and hip getting closer, and then an element of it coming across. I'm really trying to feel that. So as I look at this on player cam, my butt end of the club is pointing down just on the line outside my golf ball. There. Another variation actually John said you could do here, and I thought this is brilliant, is you could actually just grab another club and place that down if you wished, and said, oh, Alex, all you got to do is trace the line with that. Again, set up to the club that you've got in your hand. So I'm going to go back to my 7-iron and just show you how I do this in a full routine, then give you the driver measurement. I would address that inside ball, 1 rep feeling it, and then all I've got to do is hit that inside ball away. Now let's swiftly move on to driver. One thing people tend to forget here is, like if you look at the lie angles between my driver and my 7-iron, the driver is a lot flatter, isn't it? So therefore our turn relative is going to be a little bit flatter compared to our 7-iron. But don't worry about that. You set up a different distance on the ball, so that takes care of itself as long as you point it down at that measurement. So here we go, the exact same routine. We address that golf ball as if we're going to have purpose and hit it. We're now, and what I do here is actually place this golf ball on the outside of my club head. So it's a slightly different measurement, and you can see that there. The ball is placed just on the outer edge. So now, if I do that exact same feeling of pointing it there, you can see I've got that turn. All I'm trying to do is imagine the butt end of my club is pointing down at that golf ball. It might just ride past it on the right-hand side as you look at it from player cam, but really trying to get that feeling. You've then got the understanding, and a little trick that I take to the course is, I imagine this seam of my shirt is pointing down at that outer ball, just so I can get the feeling of what I've done in the drill. That way, you can really start to blend and emulate what you're doing in the drill into your actual swing. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn the bell. That way you never miss a free, simple golf tip.